Hi, so before we begin this presentation, we're going to take it somewhere a little more interesting than a study room here in the library. So let's imagine we're on a yacht in the Florida Keys, and we'll be sipping some sparkling wine listening to Mozart's 37th Symphony. Sounds pretty amazing, right? The problem is, we're going to need a little bit more money to make that a reality. So hi, I'm Zach.
I'm Alan.
I'm Lucas.
And today we're going to be telling you a couple of the basic principles on how you can become a millionaire. So today in this presentation, we're going to be talking about how to limit credit, that is, to learn the laws of the plastic card. We're going to be talking about saving, different modes and mediums of saving money, and we're going to be talking about living frugally, that is, balancing your budget on needs rather than wants. Time is money, so let's get started.
The first thing we're going to talk about is limiting credit. A lot of issues that people have is they take too many credit cards out and all they do is swipe, 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 and swipe. This puts too much money on each credit card that people are not allowed to actually pay off. So what we want you to do is make sure that you pay off everything that you put on your credit card. Do not put too much money on each credit card where you cannot put off everything, and do not just pay the minimum. Make sure you pay all it off during that month.
Let's move on to the next portion today. We're going to talk about saving. Now, for saving money, there are many different ways you can do so. You can put it underneath your dress, or you can put it into a savings account. However, we would personally prefer that you would put it into a mutual fund, a 401k, a Roth, or traditional IRA. The reason why we are partially against a savings account is because the savings account interest rates right now are extremely low. They're about a percentage of a percent. Right now, the savings account would be about 0.0025% for my personal savings account. So we don't see that going up anytime soon. Right now, with the economy expanding, the Federal Reserve is trying to get people to spend money, and by lowering that interest rate, that actually keeps money out into the field. However, we do advise you put into a mutual fund, 401k, Roth, or traditional IRA, and the reason why is because not only are the interest rates higher, but the interest rates have a feature called compound interest. And compound interest is pretty simple. It works like this. If you were to put in $1,000 right now at 10% for 20 years, at the end of those 20 years, it'd be worth over $7,000. However, if you remove compound interest, and let's just say interest was only gained on the principal, only going to be about nearly $3,000. The difference being, when interest is compounded, as you gain interest, that money, the principal plus the interest, is compounded. However, without that compound interest, the principal is constantly gaining interest, but they don't take that extra money that you've already earned via interest already into consideration. So let's move on to the next portion.
The next step is living frugally. This is a report that Minnesota State actually released on incomes. This affects the metro region, which is the Twin Cities, and this shows that the average earnings per person is $20.49 per hour, and the average cost is actually about $19.25. Now we suggest that we buy only the essentials that you need. So that's groceries, things that you need to survive. Not the wants, not the boats, not the cars, not the fancy dinners, not all that. If you're able to save these things, you can put it into different accounts, the money that you saved into different accounts, which will grow your wealth even more.
So let's recap everything we talked about today. The first thing we talked about is trying to limit your credit. You don't need 10 credit cards with all these different accounts, with all these different benefits. Try to limit yourself to about 1 or 2, just so you can gain that credit, so you can take out a homeowner's loan or a loan in case you need one later in life. That money that you're saving, that you're not spending on minimum accounts for these cards, put those inside your Roth IRA and get those to start compounding interest. Once again, hitting that save, mutual fund, retirement accounts, those are both great options for that compound interest, so you can gain even more money. You can sit back and relax, and that money is just going to keep building and building. And finally, live frugally. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you should just because you can afford it does not mean you should necessarily buy it. Every day you could probably go and buy, $4 worth of Starbucks. However, why not save that money? Maybe get a bottle of water, just have a drink of water on your way out the door instead. Put that money into a Roth IRA and watch it just work for you. And that's really all we have today. So we want to thank you guys for listening to us, and let's go make some money.